All right, so first and foremost, we are going to talk about skimming and scanning the syllabus, how to get what you need out of a text. This is a two-part strategy here. One, I want to go over some essential reading skills like skimming and scanning. Now we're going to use this a lot more in 1410 than English 1310, as we have to do some close reading in 1310. But these are still handy skills to have in your collegiate career tool belt. So let's get them handy and sharpened and ready to go. And the text we're going to do could be any text, but today we're going to look at the syllabus and make sure we're getting what we need from that. So skimming is reading just really fast. You're getting the gist, you're covering the highlights, you're not going for any depth, you're simply trying to consume as much as you can in as small a space as possible. So we skim all the time. So for example, let's say you are in a library or bookstore and you're trying to figure out what book you should acquire. How do you figure out what to get? How do you determine if an article, let's say you're actually looking at a database, what article has the information you need for your research paper? And then let's say you're just trying to find something in a textbook or something online that you need to read more closely. How do you find that stuff? Well, the answer to all this is, of course, skimming. Skimming is that magic form of reading that is just reading but faster. And the whole raison d'etre of skimming is to get the general information, the gist. When skimming, the best way to skim, we're looking at signposts. Signposts tell us a whole bunch of things very quickly. So things like the title. Titles can be very telling. Major headings and subheadings. These are chapters and subchapters. Pull quotes. So if you're reading, especially in a magazine or newspaper, and there's a large, bold quote somewhere in there, that's important and they want you to pay attention to it. And really, any information highlighted in any way. This can be underlined, italicized, bolded, larger font. If it's in a different font or size or shape that makes attention come to it, that is something you should skim. That's something you should read quickly. So pull up your syllabus. If you don't have it, click the link over where you get the syllabus. It's important. Remember the whole read me first? Go back to there and get that. It's important. On the syllabus, take 1 minute, and I want you to read the entire thing. Now, you probably already did this, but if you haven't, now's a good time. Ready? Go. No, I'm not going to sit here for 1 minute and make you do it. I'm going to presume you can do this on your own. But when you're skimming the syllabus, here's what you should know. How's it organized? What's first? What's next? What's last? What order does information come in the syllabus? What's the purpose of this course? What is the initial quote? I like quotes. What do they mean? What do they say about the class? What's unique about this syllabus? Is there anything on here that you don't see in any of your other classes or classes you've had before? And last but not least, my favorite thing, what does the syllabus say about yours truly? What do you know about me from reading the syllabus? Moving on. Let's talk about scanning. Now, this is a related skill, but it's very distinctly different. Scanning, you are going to seek out specific details, and you are going to fully understand them. So how much does that book in that bookstore cost? Where's the price on it? You're going to scan the book to find out. How do you know when an article is published? How do you know who authored a web page? Boy, is that one tricky in our modern age, because there's a lot of anonymous or poorly authored websites out there. This is all scanning. We do it all the time. You need one little piece of information. I don't need to know everything. I just need to know how much does this book cost. That's it. You don't have to read the book to know how much it costs. That's scanning. Often, you do not have to read the entire text, just a certain section, a paragraph, or a sentence. Scanning is searching out for that information. Now, they're related, by the way. Skimming is connected to scanning. You will skim the entire thing, looking at signposts, getting huge information, and you're going to get to that certain something that you need to read in detail. Once you've found that, you will thoroughly scan what you're looking for to get what you're needing for whatever. All right, let's talk about scanning questions. So grab your syllabus again. I want you to scan it to find this information. What's my email? How about what's my Twitter account? Now, the syllabus isn't going to tell you why I have a Twitter account, but it will absolutely tell you what Twitter account I have. What materials are required for this course? What's recommended? Same thing. It doesn't say why it's required or why it's recommended, but what specifically you need to have for this class? Oh yeah, that's there. What are the various assignments in this class? You should have an idea of what you're getting into. And the syllabus will tell you. Syllabi are very good for that. What does your success in the class depend on? Can you submit work over email? I love that question, especially for you online students. You should really pay attention to that. If nothing else on this page, I highly recommend you scan the syllabus to find that answer. Can you submit work over email? And how many conferences are required? All right, so that's just a fraction of the document. And again, I realize that many of you have already read me first and already gone over the syllabus fully. But if you've not, this is your time. Do a full textual reading. I would annotate the hell out of it because I expect every one of you to know the syllabus and know what you're getting into and make sure you know what you signed up for. Questions, comments, concerns? You know where to tweet me or email me or call me. See you then.